You're looking to upset the current league and cup winners this Sunday. Does that make the side, I guess, more determined to stop them from having such a good occasion this weekend?
I think so. I think it's nice going into a grand final being the underdogs. I think last year we were able to do that with Comets. They were obviously stopped from winning the treble, and I think there is something that's quite satisfying about beating a team or stopping them from winning a treble, but we obviously have to get the job done.
I'll ask the same question to the other Nicole. You faced each other 3 times in the past month or so. What have you learned from those 3 games and just getting quite familiar with West Adelaide?
Well, I think you have to give credit where credit's due. That Westies this year have been incredible. They've had a phenomenal year. Every team in the league would say it, that their offense, they've got, you don't just have to worry about one threat, you've got multiple threats, and that's shown in how many goals that they've scored, but they also haven't conceded a lot of goals either. So as a team, they're actually really hard to break down, and that was shown when we got beaten 5-0 last round of the season. But I think a couple of weeks ago, we showed that we could at least keep up with them, lost in penalties, but I think that gave us a bit of confidence going into the game this Sunday, that we can compete with them.
You're also looking to win the grand finals for a 2nd year in a row now. What would that mean, not just to the club, but to both you and Chance, both as captains?
I think leading a team to a grand final and winning that is immense. Not a lot of people get to do that. Not a lot of people get to play in grand finals. And so to have the opportunity to do that for a 3rd time since we've been at Inter, I think is pretty massive. So yeah, I think it would be incredible to be able to do it for a 2nd year in a row.
What do you think is the special ingredient that has kept Salisbury Inter consistently near the top of the table and in WNPL grand finals almost every year now?
I think it's a combination of experience. We've got quite a few experienced players, but the one thing that I would say about Inter is that we have this never say die attitude. And I think when it comes to final series, a lot of us really live for those games. They live for the big games because at the end of the day, any team on any given day can beat anyone. And I love that. Whereas I think during the league, it's actually really hard to do what Westies did this year and go undefeated. But when it comes to final series, there's nerves and the psychology of all of that. I love it. I love big games. And I think there's quite a few people at Inter that love them too.
And just finally, what's your final message, I guess, to any of the people looking to come out and support, and even to your teammates as well?
I think get around it. It's a massive occasion. It's going to be a fantastic game. We were here in 2021 when we played West. West were here in 2022 when they won the treble. So we're both quite familiar with the final series, and I think it's just going to be a cracking game. So if you've got nothing to do, 3 p.m. on a Sunday, get out and come out to watch.